Hi, good morning, everyone. Let's get started with our next topic, which is on Cron. So, in this topic, we will see how the jobs can be scheduled using Cron, what all the Cron jobs are, and we will see how we can review the logs whether the jobs using Cron is working properly or not. Okay, so this Cron actually it's a kind of scheduler at OS level, and we can schedule periodic jobs in this. Let's say any maintenance job that we require, like any log archival, log removal, rotation of log files, zipping of big files, deletion of some temporary files. So, all these are the activities which need to be performed on a system on a periodic basis. So, for a periodic basis, we need a scheduler. Okay, we need a scheduler which can run on a periodic basis. So, in Linux, that scheduler is called cron. Okay, and there are two types of cron jobs. One is the system jobs which are running as root user, and second is the user jobs. Okay, if you want to see more details about cron, you can just type man cron, and the first thing that it is going to tell you is that this is a daemon. Okay, that means this is a background process which runs at OS level on an ongoing basis. Okay, so let's see that particular batch job. Okay, and we will see how cron takes care of scheduling the programs. So let's get started with it. So first thing is, let me search for this process called cron. Okay, here you can see that there is a process by name cron here. Okay, this ensures that this is a daemon. Okay, and if you run the top command, you can find this daemon running in the system always. Okay, for some reason or for whatever reason this is not started, there are some files in the etc folder which will ensure that the jobs which are scheduled to run periodically, that is either monthly or hourly or weekly and daily, those jobs can continue to run the way they are scheduled to run. Okay, so here you can see that in this folder, you can see if I just type ls-lrt star cron star, and you can see that there are no weekly jobs scheduled in the system. There are no monthly jobs scheduled. There are no hourly jobs scheduled, but there are daily job schedules. And you can see that for each job, there is a file. So this is a daily job which is running, and this daily job, how many daily jobs are there? You can see that this is the list of the daily jobs, and they will be in this folder cron.daily. And so it's taking a backup. Okay, cleaning the temporary file, rotating the log file. Okay, so these are some of the programs. These are system defined programs to make sure that system remains clean, but you can add to them so that you, whatever applications you are running in the system, whatever security or audit work that you are doing, you can make sure that you are able to manage them, you are able to rotate them, you are able to zip them or archive them, because they are log file. It is storing some information, and if it is not needed after a certain amount of time, you need to make sure that you either archive them, you either delete them depending on your company's policy. Okay, so that is on the different type of cron jobs. Okay, so you can see that the Linux cron process automatically executes tasks at various times based on the content of the configuration files stored in the user specific directories. Okay, which directories? So it looks for the files in the waspool cron folder. Okay, or in the system wide configuration file called etc cron tab. Okay, so two files to take note. One file is, you can see under waspool cron. Okay, so whatever users are running the cron jobs, you will see an entry for that particular user here. Okay, and so there will be an entry for anything running at the user level. Then there is something called etc cron tab, which is kind of system level file. Okay, so anything we are running at the system level, we will have an entry here in this file. Okay, so you can see that this is what is running on the system level cron tab, and these are the user level cron tabs. So there are two types of crons. One is defined at the system level. So if the ID is root, you can see that at this ID whatever you see is called the system level cron. Okay, next thing is the user level cron. So if you log in with any user ID, let's say there is this ID in the system, and anything, if you just type cron tab -L, you will see that there are no jobs, but whatever you define in cron of this, you will see an entry taking place in waspool cron. Okay, so these files, that is the files under this folder, the files under etc cron tab, so this file runs processes in the directory, these directories, that is hourly folder, weekly folder that we just saw, and so cron.weekly, so all these are in etc folder. Okay, so how can we check that? So let's say that I'll just exit out of this. Okay, and let's go to etc folder again, and if I do ls-ld cron star, you can see that list of the cron files. You have a daily job, hourly jobs, monthly jobs, weekly jobs. Okay, then there is something called cron.deny. Okay, if you just open this file, you can see that these are the users who is not allowed to run the jobs as cron. Okay, so that is pretty much I wanted to cover in this particular topic. Thank you for joining me and have a nice day. Bye bye.